Hello tubers, Robert 28, 1979, video number 2 of the day. 646, what can I say about the 646? Y'all really don't want to hear it. This is what I've come to a conclusion. I'm actively looking for a 18 to 20 horse, either opposed or V-twin, Kohler or Briggs & Stratton motor. That green Onan piece of crap is coming off as quick as I can get it off. I'm going to leave it together and running until I get another motor. I'm sick to death of this thing. And my whole issue and problem with this thing are the point setup. You can go in there and you can gap those points at 0.20. The thing runs like crap. Re-gap them. I gapped them back to 0.018. Ran a little better. Gapped them to 0.016. Thing ran like a dream for about 5 minutes. Then went to running like crap again. Took the cover back off, checked. Gap was back wide open again. Went in, checked. Screws are tight. Reset the gap. Again, started it up. Ran good for a minute and then died. Went back in, checked the gap. It had hardly no gap at all. So I got in, was checking, where the point is on the point box. It's got a round deal. It's got a little rod that comes through and runs the points. Hold my finger, it'd run like this and double click. Well, I sat there and kept pressure down on it, and the cam itself seemed fine. I didn't feel any rough spots or high, low, bad spots on the cam. I've checked everything else. The only thing I can come to a conclusion on is just the points themselves. It's the only thing I can figure. But I re-gapped it, got it all back set, made sure I put Loctite and everything on the screws, tightened it all back down. Started up, ran, well, so for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, it started running like crap. Took the cover off, checked the points. Points were dead on where I set them. So, just kind of leads me to believe it's the points themselves completely. And also, I did find out this is not the original motor. It has been replaced. You probably heard that in a previous video. This came off of a gen set out of an RV. It has no charging system whatsoever, no rectifier, no stator, nothing. So I think a lot of that might be part of my problem as well, because there's nothing to really regulate the voltage from the battery to the points or anything else. Another issue I might be having is on 9% of motors that have stators and rectifiers and everything else. You've got a constant charge to that battery, which therefore you also have a constant charge to your points if you have points set up. And in that, you're running off the charge system at 13 to 14 volts. Well, this is only running off of 12 volts, which is in that battery. And I'm thinking, with the way it's set up, you got power goes to your key, power comes out of your key to the coil. And then from the coil, it goes out through your little tube thing and then into your points. When it's drawing off that battery, when you fully draw off the battery, you never get a direct, true draw. It will fluctuate up and down, back and forth, the whole 9 yards. Because it's got resistance through and as the battery comes down, through all different cells, you might have a weak cell or something, or just a goofy cell within that battery. So I'm thinking that might be the biggest issue I have. That might be the whole problem. It's because it doesn't have a charging system. So I'm going to make one attempt to fix that. And that's my attempt right there. This is a alternator off a 70s or 80s model Chevrolet. It is good. I have tested it. I just need to get a plug so I can plug it in. As you see, it was set up for a 1 wire, but I'm going to hook up the other wire. You got your field and whole 9 yards. But if you notice on this alternator, there's no battery prong coming out. So, just kind of weird. It all charges off of those right there. It's a single wire setup, which if any of y'all watch Corville Wild videos, his blazer, plow blazer, is set up on a single wire alternator. Same setup, you gotta rev it up to get it excited, whatever. So, ooh. Well, it was good. I don't know what's wrong with it now. That may not be the one I'm thinking of. I've got 2 other alternators, so. But I think that's I'm gonna try that first. Like I said, I've got this one here. I got the plugs. It's 100%. It actually came off of a 1994 Chevrolet. Got written on here. 6.5 turbo diesel. It will not fit my 95. The mounting holes are different on my 95, so it won't fit. So I've got that alternator I can use, and I can take this pulley off, bust that nut loose, take this pulley, and I can interchange that pulley and swap them out. I might just run this one on that machine there. Just figure out which one's the field and ground wire and be done. And then somewhere through all this mess of junk here, I've got another one, but it's a foreign. It's off a Mazda. Somewhere else I've got another alternator like that. I just don't know where. But I'm going to try that and see if that might help. I mean, that was something I just kind of thought of just a second ago as I was doing the video. That might be my issue. And if so, then maybe I can get it fixed easily and not have to swap out that motor. It's not hard. It don't take a whole lot of time. But that's the kind of original motors that these came with, and I really don't want to. I mean, yeah, the thing is a major gas hog. Holy cow! I ran it for like 3 hours and already almost on empty. Of course, running like it does, it pours the gas to her, so it'll fumigate you out of the shop if you're sitting in there and idle with it running really rough in about 2 minutes. But other than that, that's pretty much about all I've done to this thing here lately. I did get a book, as y'all seen in the video I just uploaded for this motor. Well, it didn't quite cover this specific motor, just the CCK in general. So, through reading it and everything else, this thing does not have the timing advance mechanism on the back of the motor, which I'm thankful for, because I found out those are nothing but a big pain in the rear, caused more headache than they were worth. Another guy told me it'd be easier to just put a stator and rectifier and everything in behind this flywheel. Yeah, possibly, but I don't have one, and I'm not paying $150 for a stator off of eBay, or even more through another shop. I mean, I can't justify spending that kind of money just for that when I've got alternators with built-in regulators on them. I can just build brackets and that will fit right in this space right here. So why spend money and have to tear this whole thing apart to do that when I can just build my own little bracket setup? There's already a pulley right behind that pull cord there. Because that is a pull start slot, but behind there is a V-belt pulley. I can just run to the alternator with the belt and be done. Run my wiring, and you know, as some people say, Bob's your uncle. She's done. So, but other than that, the only other issue I really have on this thing is that control valve underneath there leaking. And what I might do is just spend some money, and I found a couple of them on the internet. They're cheap enough, so I might just buy one replace on here, get a rebuild kit, rebuild the one that's on it, and have for a backup. So, oh man. But that's just kind of another update on the 646. That's where it's sitting at right now. And here for too long, I am going to get started on that 3-point hitch. I think I've kind of come to a conclusion of how I'm going to do this. And of course the wind's got to pick up while I'm doing the video. All this crap right here is coming off. And what I'm going to do is on that back side, I'm weld a spot there, just a bracket underneath, weld back to this plate on both sides. I don't know how well it's picking it up because I can't see the screen very well. And then once I do that, I'm going to run a strap over the top of it. And I just get a little bit longer bolts to bolt through. I'm going to take this plate off, weld nuts to these two, and see if I can back them out. See if I can get them out of there, and then I'll start working on this bar down here to get it straightened back out. And just kind of reuse this main piece here, straighten this one out. Like I say, cut all this cobbled mess off of here. Get the other bracket that's supposed to come off here, back on it, which runs for the cylinder only, because this is the lifting eye that runs down to the lift, you know all the good jazz. These I'm going to cut off and redo them. So they're going to come up, they're going to cut around this bar so they get this bar going through. They're going to come up and come around it, and then come up. So, and then I'm going to have some videos coming up. I've taken all the pins out of the front end, every one of them. I'm going to get some more rod, make them longer. This one's got a tube run through it. That one don't, so I'm going to put a tube in between there with a grease cert. On the outsides, I'm going to run through with collars on all points, weld them on everywhere where the rod will slide through, and it'll pin. Because y'all can see just how floppy this bucket is right there. Wore out there, it's wore out on both the bottoms, it's wore out back here, it's wore out up here. I want to get all that stuff back to being solid again, not so loose, be more tight. So, but other than that, it's kind of where it's at. So, pretty much all my objectives on this thing so far. But like I said, if that alternator idea don't work, then yes, I'm ripping this motor off and gonna repair it. There is another, I believe it's SS Hick, that just bought a Craftsman with a V-twin motor on it. I'm gonna try to do a little video, kind of send to him. He does some off-road mudding mowers. He's got Redneck Up, Redneck GT, Redneck Get Her Done on them, just different ones. And he's talking about needing some tires. Well, got those tires there. I don't know if he'd be interested in them, but they're 22/11 8s. Let's see if I can get a better view of that right there. 22 by 11-8. I've got 2 of those. And he's talking about needing some better mudding tires for his mudding tractor. Well, I've got those. Right, this door. Put a whole lot in this. This is a case update video, but I'm just doing other stuff. Right there's the other tire. And then I got some other lawnmower tires down there, but anyways, if you ain't subscribed, subscribe, rate my video, comment, let me know what y'all guys think. So until the next video, y'all guys take it easy and have a good one.